Former Republican Congressman Devin Nunes, who happens to be the current CEO of the failing Truth Social, is getting a new job. Well, he gets to keep his old job as the CEO of the company that he's driving into the ground, but he also, according to Donald Trump, is going to serve as the chairperson of the Intelligence Advisory Panel that reports directly to the President of the United States. Here is what Trump announced this past weekend. I am pleased to announce that I will appoint Truth Social CEO Devin Nunes as chairman of the President's Intelligence Advisory Board, which consists of distinguished citizens from outside of the federal government. While continuing his leadership of Trump Media and Technology Group, Devin will draw on his experience as former chairman of the House Intelligence Committee and his key role in exposing the Russia hoax to provide me with independent assessments of the effectiveness and propriety of the U.S. intelligence community's activities. Congratulations, Devin. So in case you're wondering about how Devin Nunes, quote, exposed the Russia hoax, which for the record also, can you just stop saying Russia? Like, if you want to call it a hoax, just call it the Russia hoax. You don't have to put Russia. I'm sure it would save your fat little fingers a much time not having to type out that word 3 times in a row. But anyway, as chair of the Intelligence Committee, Nunes released a memo in 2018 alleging an FBI conspiracy against Trump and raising questions about the Bureau's surveillance of one of Trump's 2016 campaign aides, who of course was later convicted of a crime. The memo received pushback from Democrats who called it deliberately misleading. And as we all know, Devin Nunes was the guy that was, going to the White House every day when he was still in Congress, like taking his little reports to Donald Trump and trying to expose all the horrible things. He was the conduit. He was the guy trying to keep Donald Trump in the loop to keep him ahead of the game on the ongoing investigations. So Nunes was a bit of a mole. But most importantly, Nunes is a snitch. That's why he got the job at Truth Social. That's why he's going to get the job at the Intelligence Advisory Panel. So he's going to be the one trying to make sense of how the intelligence community is working and giving those reports to Donald Trump. Which, of course, means that Donald Trump is not actually going to be getting the truth. He's going to be getting the truth that he wants to hear. That is dangerous for the United States of America. In fact, it's not just dangerous, it is absolutely catastrophic for the United States of America. But Trump's in charge, right? As Mitt Romney says, he told you he was going to do this crap. You don't get to complain about it. And that's what this is. We have to deal with this. We have to live with this. This advisory panel, as far as I've seen, is not something that goes through Senate confirmation. And even if it was, Nunes would win it. But if his time as the CEO of Truth Social is any indication, we can pretty much guarantee that Nunes is going to do a horrible job. Reports have come out over the last few months about how horrible Nunes has been at Truth Social, making decisions that all of the staffers said made absolutely no sense, outsourcing work at Truth Social to Mexico instead of hiring American workers. So yeah, Nunes is not good at, things at all. So maybe he'll fumble this and be out of a job before we know it. Or maybe we'll be stuck with his incompetence for the next 4 years. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.